Last week we did some pretty good purging of the D&D Wiki. We took a look at the Drite 5e race, and we're back again today, this week, to take a look at some more of the horrors of the D&D Wiki, because the things I've seen, my friends, the things I've seen. I took some of your guys' suggestions as to what I should look at for this week's Purge of D&D Wiki, and I had to trawl through some of the best of the worst, and I came up with this. So without any further ado, let's go purge the Wiki, my friends. Okay, alright, so this week we're taking a look at the Drakin 5e race. Last week was the Drite, today is the Drakin, working our ways through the Ds apparently. Here's the interesting thing about the Drakin. You can see that Drakin is spelled with an I here, but I went onto the wiki and then I saw this, the Drakin, with a Y, which has exact, or at least very similar, it's got the same like weeby picture down here. Seems like it's unclear as to what exactly this thing is called. Drakin or Drakin. I'm not sure why it makes a difference. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like the D&D wiki allows this. I don't understand. Why is this okay? It's not okay. It's clearly not okay. I'm not okay, guys. Here's the funny thing. It's Drakin with an I drawn by Cutty Sark on DeviantArt who drew that. So it's with an I there. So even further controversy. What will the fans think? Drakin names, I do quite enjoy these. Male, human or dragon types, Ken. I am an awesome dragonborn man with wings. What are you called? Ken. Female, Sarah. Okay. Alright, here we go. Let's see the damage. Ability score increase. Choose one. Supreme Focus, +3, +2, +1, 23 stats. Versatile, +2, +2, +1, +1 to any 4 stats. All around, +1 to all 6 stats. They stand between 6 to 9 feet tall. Their base walk speed is 50 feet. They get a dragon breath weapon, and they can transform into dragons. Alright, when they transform, the Drakin gains scales, claws, wings, horns, and a tail. Note, horns are only a visual thing. Consult DM if used as a weapon. If your horn has been used as a weapon for longer than 4 hours, you should seek DM consultants. Alright, transforming takes a bonus action from human half, full and full half. What does this sentence mean? Half, full and full half. Bonuses. Flexible scales cover parts of the body and do not inhibit spellcasting in any way as they are part of the natural body. Base AC is set to 15. 15 plus your strength or dex modifier, resistance to force damage, level 5. Can use some magical shield effects. DM's choice. Drawbacks. Forcibly removes any armor worn. Cannot use claws or tail and half humanoid dragon. Cannot cast spells, use abilities while flying. Consult your DM about that. Okay, full humanoid dragon scales. Transforming takes a full action from human. Full and full. Human. I guess, so you can spend half an action to turn into a half humanoid dragon, and then you can spend a full action to go into a full humanoid dragon, maybe that's it. Bonuses, hardened scales cover the entire body, AC is 16 plus strength or dex, resistance to force, gain +1 bonus to AC at levels 5, 10, 15, and 20, resistance to non-magical slashing, pierce, and blunt damage at level 10. Same drawbacks as before, but your movement speed is reduced by 10 feet in full humanoid dragon form, down to 40 feet, which is, very hampering. I'm being fucking sarcastic. You also get a long, hard-bulled tail. I'm a child. Which grows behind you and can be used to attack opponents. This is considered finesse magic weapon that you are proficient with. This can attack multiple opponents 5 feet around the Drakin. If you take the Dragonborn, the dragon aspect there is that it gets to do its breath weapon, which is a cool thing. This gets the breath weapon against all of the versatility of humans, all of the cool stuff about Dragonborn, and also it gives it flying as well. Now, people that follow my stream or know me will know that I'm not a huge fan of flying in D&D, especially giving players at level 1 a flying speed of 50 if they spend a half action, whatever half action is. I guess a bonus action, right, is what he means, I suppose. I feel like a lot of these problems that we go through when we're purging this wiki is people not really understanding the balance of the game, and they're like, well, how about I have this cool thing, and how about I have this other cool thing as well, and it just leads to these ridiculous classes that, you know, now I get a dragon heritage, now I have wings and a bald tail and claws, and I can fly, and a dragon breath weapon, and all of the ability score versatility of humans variants. You know, it just gets too much, and you're reading through this thing, and you're bored, because it's not a race, it's like a whole class in itself. I'm not saying that the Drakin isn't a cool idea. I think that, you know, half-dragon humanoid things definitely have some kind of place in D&D. I feel like they're mostly brought up by the Dragonborn, though. If first of all needs to decide on what the hell it's called, is it the Drakin, is it the Drakin, you know, Y or I? It's so confused. It's so confused in itself. It doesn't know who it is. It's got daddy issues. It doesn't know who its dragon daddy is. Today's episode is going to be a double whammy because I'm not quite done yet. My rant is not yet finished, and there's more purging to be done this day, my friends. And so we're going to take a look at the Great Sabertooth 5e race. Yes, the Great Sabertooth 5e race, because we need that. Alright, not here to kill you. As far as I'm concerned, you can stay just like this, but I'm gonna make you a promise. You ever find anything, anybody make life worth living again, I'll be there. Kabaloo, a famous great saber known for the killing spree on the settlers of Katoon, he committed on his own personal crusade. Alright, physical description. Great Sabertooths known as Smilodon Ailurorex to scholars. I think that's the actual, like, dinosaur name of it. I seem to remember watching a documentary when I was a kid and they're called Smilodon. In fact, this drawing looks like one that I might have done when I was a child. This is one of those strange moments when you're on the internet and you're like, how did I get here? The most unique quality about them, despite being beasts, not humanoids, they possess sentient intelligence and culture. Great Sabertooths have a reduced lumbar region, a high scapula, and broad limbs with relatively short paws. I think he means like a lumbar, like back region? Rather than lumber as in they cut down trees. Is your lumbar region alright there? After that, he was orphaned in the cold tiger forest of Katoon and swore bloody vengeance on the world. He went on a personal crusade against the settlers and killed any saber who stood in his way. Some say he killed 400,000. Some people say he killed 400,000. I can't do it. Some people say he killed 400,000, while others say he killed more. Either way, after he was through and Katoon was abandoned, he disappeared. Even Saber's unsure of what happened to him. Regardless, most history between humanoids and other great Sabertooths has been unpleasant. Is it surely not saber teeth? And their self-imposed isolation has made mending those bonds difficult, I think he means. Great Sabertooth traits. Your strength score increases by 2, and your dexterity and wisdom scores increase by 1. Sabertooths, not just Smilodon, are in general more robustly built than the conical-toothed cats. Or modern cats. Who wants those, am I right? And you are most likely are no exception, although you might be the oddball, or the mutant freak. Being cats, Great Sabertooths don't live long, but for cats, they live relatively long. In addition, your teeth and claws count as finesse, and you have advantage to bite your target if the target is prone or unaware of your presence. Your long forelimbs are also good for pulling prey to the ground. You have advantage on and against grapple checks. You make a free bite action against a down target. If the large creature fails to save their grapple and have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. If a medium or small creature fails, they are not only grappled but additionally locked prone. No inability to grab does not affect telekinesis or spellcasting in any way. Your proficiency in perception advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on small advantage, and all intelligence investigation checks to find a scent trail. Being wild has its disadvantages. If you're at least 20 feet straight towards a creature and then hits it with a claw attack on the same turn, that target must succeed in a strength saving throw, DC 10 plus strength plus mod plus proficiency, or be knocked prone. For small creatures, they must succeed in the dex save, DC equals dex plus mod plus proficiency plus halved, and upon failure, a strength save, DC 10 plus strength plus mod proficiency with disadvantage. If the target is prone, you make one bite attack against it as a bonus action. As a feline, you can leap great distances or twist around a battlefield. If not wearing armor, your arm class is 12 plus dex plus strength / con, whichever is higher. You also leap 25 feet forward from standing long jump and 50 feet forward and running if wearing heavy or medium armor, or carrying something cumbersome on your back. In addition, introduced to a 10 feet standing up and 20 feet running jump. In addition, you have advantage dexterity checks against saving, not prone. Being a beast is no surprise that you can communicate with a few denizens of Animal Kingdom. Using natural roars, growls, meows, etc. You can speak to any number of fellow day family. It basically includes all cats, big and small, kibits and hyenas. In addition, using the body language, you can convey simple ideas such as emotion or intent to a creature not closely related to cats, dogs, bears, pigs, and so on. You have efficiency in the nature skill. If you've done already, advantage in any nature check specifically centered on some sort of animal. Practically the embodiment of nature's power. You have prodigy athletic skill regardless of class. You speak a bunch of different languages. Reading this has been so tiring. We haven't even got onto the 4 subclasses that also increase your strength and wisdom, or your dex and wisdom, or your dex and con, and your strength and con. So you have a ridiculous amount of ability scores. You have so many abilities, and there's just so much text which doesn't need to be there. I'm not even angry, I'm just a bit stunned, really. If you want to check out the Sabertooths, my friends, you can find it down below. If you want to check out the Drakin, or the Drakin with a Y, you can find those down below as well in the description if you want to leave some edits. But good God, my friends, have we done some purging. This deserves to be obliterated from the annals of the D&D Wiki. And in fact, I may make the argument that the D&D Wiki itself and the homebrew content on it should also be obliterated by the power of 1,000 burning suns. If you have any ideas, if you've been trawling around the wiki or maybe elsewhere on the internet and you found some terrible homebrew content, then please do post it down below. Give me a link, give me a name for me to look up. I went on some of your guys' suggestions from the comments last week, and so I'll be doing the same this week. If you enjoyed the video, give it a fucking like, because this has been scarring, to be quite honest with you. Scarring. I need a drink.